That dude's really unstable, so that's why I was telling you I'm kind of worried that this might cause something more than just embarrassment. Damn, girl, you're on point. I love it. I think he'll do it, but I'm not 100% certain. Only time will tell, but you're doing the Lord's work and you're going. You don't think it'll work or it will work? You know, I just want to prove my case so I can make a rebuttal video to my opinions on his movement. But I'm going to hide your name even though he'll know it was you, but what is he going to do? Go after a 16-year-old girl? But then, you know, they might turn it on me and say, well, why are you talking? Like, she's not even 16, dude. Relax. God damn. But if you don't do the job, I'll do it, and I'll fucking try my best to do it as well. I think this is a good project I'm going to start working on myself because I want to prove the degeneracy of the left as much as I can. But I don't want anybody to kill themselves because I guess that technically put us in harm's way there. You should send them photoshopped nudes. I know you will, and I'll definitely get you something for your birthday for all your hard work. I promise you, it would be nice. See, that's not simping. That is work being traded. I've been tricked into fucking paying for something on accident. I didn't understand the actual, like, you know, it's a long story. I think I've told you that actually already. I'm not. I will definitely buy you something because you're doing some work for me. No. I sim for you once a day and I haven't even done it today because you're not deserving of my simping. That's why. But more importantly, you said buy you those shoes that are like 10 fucking euro if you accomplish your goal, which I think you're going to. So I've already looked into conversion prices. Not that $10, even if it's converted in a different way, would be a big deal, but I'll fucking cash app you it. Consider yourself a contractor now, essentially, for the right-wing movement. And truth be told, we need to be doing this shit more often because every time a leftist gets arrested, it comes to find out they have a sexual, like, battery. We don't have Cash App in Africa. Wait a minute, you don't live in Lithuania? What the fuck? I knew you were an African prince. An African princess of Nubia. Wait, do you mean to tell me that all your pictures are fucking just another girl and not you? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm calling the police. I feel lied to. How's your cat doing, by the way? I want to steal him. I don't even have Cash App. I have Venmo, but like I said, people have been leaving me alone. There's a new enemy of mine, but I'm not really responding to him. He made a video today because I said he doesn't understand natural law, so I don't got PayPal, and I'm actually banned from using PayPal now that I think about it. Somebody claimed like 3 years ago that I was like a Nazi or something, and they kicked me off PayPal without any evidence of the actual fact. But even if you don't accomplish your goal, I appreciate what you did, so I'll still help you out there. But don't consider it a win of manipulation either. Don't fucking flatter yourself. I'm doing it because you're taking time out of your day Yeah, somebody like wrote it, like the people of my hometown like wrote them and were like, this guy's a fascist. Like, well, no, I'm not. Because that's all they could get me banned on, because they don't know if I, you know, it is what it is, you know. I never even used PayPal ever. Like, PayPal's gay, so. Oh yeah, well, look at that city right there. You ain't got nothing like that in your country. That's right. Nashville, Tennessee, boy. Choo. I gotta slow down. There's a fucking traffic jam. Like 44 minutes of sitting in traffic I'm looking at. God damn it. But I'm gonna stay up on the top of the mountain tonight, so that'll be cool. I haven't watched porn in over a month and a half, and I'm proud of myself. Probably why I'm more prone to simping right now. Actually, when I'm in a relationship, I watch porn more because, well, at least in my job title, not to get too in detail on TikTok, but I would never cheat. But when I'm over the road for like 3 or 4 weeks, the thought of it is definitely in my head. What's up, Devin? I'm up in Tennessee right now. I'll send you my, fuck dude, I forgot about it. But I've watched your videos, so I trust you. Just driving through Nashville, I believe I'm at right now. About to hit some fucking traffic for an hour. But yeah, an American moment. So there's a project going on that I'll let you know about in future reference. But just know there's going to be a solid video. There's an 80% chance I'm going to have like a soul-crushing video here soon. As you're probably aware, people have been coming after me the last week. And I got an operation in the process with some people's. Let's call it Operation Kitty. Because, oh, what should we call our operation? Because I want to like... I want to like, before I make the video, I want there to be a black screen with like, this is Operation, I don't know, it's up to you, whatever you want to call it, but Operation Crowd Kill or Operation Playground, I don't fucking know. I think Operation Playground sounds pretty good. I mean, it doesn't sound good in the sense, you know. Yeah, I was trying to say kitty, but not kitty. I gotta tell my daughter, you know, Tennessee's a beautiful state. The context is, what, the context of them coming after me? I'll answer that just in case you were asking that. I said that if communism rises, all these like super alternative, useless leftists will be executed or subjugated because they serve no purpose to the state. And for some reason, I've said a lot of things to leftists before and they don't come after me, but for some reason that did it. That's what pissed them off. No, communism has never killed homosexuals and alternative lifestyle people. Yes, they have, all the time. But yeah, they came after me for that. Oh, the operation, I can't really talk about it because I don't know if someone's going to jump in here, but I'll talk to you about it in private. It's top secret outside of like the few people I've told, but it's going to be fun. Yeah, I just don't want anybody possibly jumping into the live stream and hearing it and warning somebody or peoples in general that, you know. Now, to be fair, they've all started to leave me the fuck alone because people have been coming to my defense on the left for some reason or another, mainly because I'm not a fucking bad person. possibly. But there are 2 people who still want to ruin my life right now, so they might think I'm just, you know, yeah, I'm definitely not. But I'm one of the most vindictive people, and a certain person in this chat right now is on level with me. And us together is a fucking nightmare for anybody who crosses us, including each other. I love being nice to people. I get a sense of fulfillment from treating everybody with respect. But I get a hard-on for making people's lives miserable after they fuck me. Or they try to fuck me. That's pretty much what's happening right now. Like, I've unironically caused division in their little group of doxers and shit, so I think it's funny. I mean, it's like, you guys are so stupid. Like, I mean, truth be told, I've just been real with them like I talk to anybody. Like, I'm not lying to them by saying like saying something I don't believe. Everything I believe is pretty reasonable, and it would make somebody look bad to dox somebody like me who like really wants the best for everybody and is willing to look at the leftist perspective and pick and choose what I agree with and what I don't. Like, in order to be a dick to me, you have to be a really fucking big asshole to really come after me and make me into something that I'm not. But I mean, one guy looks like, you know, he's a meth head, and the other guy looks like every fucking emotional kid at the hardcore scene. I got other stuff. I may or may not have psychedelics on deck at all times, but no, I'm down there sometimes, but a lot of the times, a lot of local drivers hit that area up. But if I'm ever down there, I'll definitely send you a message. Because I've met a few people through TikTok. Well, like 4 or 5 people since I started it, and it's been really cool, man. Like, yeah, I'm a firm believer that psychedelics are a tool to self-development. And I don't say that just by, like the person I am has been built by psychedelics and mental breakdown, so I stand behind it, and for the rest of my life, I'll do acid at least twice a year, maybe mushrooms as well. I don't recommend anybody doing that, but everybody's a fucking adult in this chat except for this chick here, because I do too. After my dude, I took like 5 tabs in my well, I won't say my truck, but I took 5 tabs, and I was listening to Mark Zuckerberg explain the metaverse, and for some reason I thought he was talking directly at me and saying like, we're gonna control your mind and like all this crazy shit. So like, I was like having a panic attack because I thought the metaverse was like breaking through the simulation and then resetting it. So like, I believed that like my brain was being hijacked, and I had to call my mother to make sure I was alive still. It's like, Mom. And then this other time I did it, and this is why I haven't done it in a while. I was just chilling, and then out of nowhere I just hear banging on my door. Nobody's there, but I thought the police were outside of my door for like 2 hours. And I kept on having moments where I knew it wasn't happening, but then like I would see, it was weird because I had like this thing happen where my mind's eye is what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing is in my mind's eye. And it was just so uncomfortable, to the extent that I called my best friend at the time, and I was like, can you talk to me for a minute? And then he was talking to me, and then all he was saying is like every word he said was like interfered with, and he would be saying things that were against my better interest. So then I called my mom, and it all stopped because I was like, Mom, did the police call you? They're outside of my truck right now. She's like, there's no police. And then my trip stopped immediately. Yeah, it can be really heavy, man. And it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for sure. Like, it's really a test of mental willpower. But sometimes it can just get so fucking intense, man. It's like suicidal, like, thoughts, like, am I ever gonna be okay? But I tripped for like 72 hours on some test chemical one time. That shit was not pleasant. But all in all, it's really helped me like break down my ego and like really become more self-aware of myself. And I think that's the point of it, you know, like Joanna is going to do some with me. Just kidding. I don't do psychedelics or alcohol with women. The last time I did psychedelics with a girlfriend, I found her unattractive for like 3 months afterwards. God damn, man, I couldn't do that, man. And yeah, I used to sell a whole bunch of acid and mushrooms and fucking Molly back in like high school and early college, but long story short, I got out for a good reason. But I did end up with 10 Bitcoins left over in my wallet. And the first big run, when it went up to $8,000, I sold it, and then I paid off my school, and then I got really fucked up for like a year. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I mean, I don't recommend it. I mean, you're actually a very self-aware individual, so it might actually be a good time to you. But at the same time, like, yeah, it's really strange, dude. This one time I was with a girlfriend and she was like getting really emotional and she was talking about her past. And then like for a split second, it was on mushrooms. I actually like, you know, it's going to sound crazy, but I felt like I switched minds with her for a minute. And for like 3 seconds, I felt exactly what she felt. And it made me cry. And it was like a whole fucking ordeal, man. It was really very, very fucking beautiful, but at the same time, it was like really, it was like that feeling on mushrooms where you feel like you're having deja vu for like 20 minutes. It felt like that, except like, oh man, that blew my mind, dude. It really did. Oh shit. I don't know how it works. There's so much, that's the problem with psychedelics. There's not enough study on it to really explain the nature of psychedelics in its whole. I really enjoy that there's finally like a big renaissance in psychedelic study. It's beautiful. I think the pharmaceutical companies, because all these studies keep proving that it's good for PTSD and depression and bipolar and mania and all types of shit. And I, you know, I'm not a firm believer in this, but I truly believe the pharmaceutical companies have an interest in keeping you sick rather than curing you or helping you, so. Shit, I was in Tacoma, Washington like 2.5 years ago visiting my best friend. And he had this hippie friend with him, this black dude. He was great. And we went to the bar down in Tacoma, Washington. When I first got in the car, he was like, you want any mushrooms? And I was like, no, I'm fucking good. I can't do that shit. Well, 6 drinks later, I got drunk enough to be like, yeah, give me that. And he handed me like 2 caps. I was like, nah, that's not going to do that. He's like, be careful, man. Here's the rest of them. And it was like 6 caps right there. And it was so like up and down, man, because like, in Tacoma, Washington, there's like 2 parallel societies existing right around you. Like you have homeless people running around and like living a completely separate life than you live. And there's like this hierarchy of homelessness around you and there's no police around and like they're threatening to stab each other and shit. And this one lady walks up to me. There's this really cool artistic bar in Tacoma. I can't remember the name of it. But in the back, they have like a couch. Oh, absolutely. But so this lady working for American Spirits walked up to me and she tried to hand me a coupon. And like in my mind, I thought she was the devil. So I started arguing as to why her business is evil and she should stop doing what she's doing. And it became like this public fucking spectacle of me like dunking on this poor lady. And like all these hippie guys and shit like, well, he's actually right, you know. But she ended up crying and like slapped me in the face. And I felt so fucking bad, dude, because when I started sobering up, I saw her and she saw me and she looked terrified of me. It was a fucking shitty night. I felt really bad for her, like. You know, like she's like, well, what's the difference of me doing this and giving out wine samples? And I'm like, that's when people drink wine, the likelihood of them becoming alcoholics is really low. You handing out coupons for cigarettes, the likelihood of somebody just smoking one cigarette and never doing it again is very unlikely. You're pushing poison. You know, it was an ordeal. And I always wish I could find this chick online or something and just apologize, because that was really fucking dickish of me, but I really believed I was having a fight between good and evil there. And yeah, it was a disaster. But me and my friend went to this place called Monrosa Castle in Washington. It's like this really haunted castle. And I met this chick there. She's like a bartender, and she looks like, what's her name? The girl who plays April in fucking Parks and Recreation, just a little bit thicker. And at the time I was dating, God damn it, dude. At the time I was dating my ex, so I ended up getting her Facebook, and then I got deleted off Facebook. And there were so many opportunities to be with women that I actually, like, completely understood. And I think about it sometimes, but if it's meant to be, I'll show up back at that castle in a tuxedo and tell her that I am the Lord and Savior. But yeah, Washington's a really cool state. I love it there. It's just kind of depressing, you know, all the homeless and shit. I'm on I-24, about to get off of exit 213, but I believe I'm on the outskirts west of it. I need to get over. You gonna let me over? You are a nice person, dude. You are the greatest of all peoples. I will suck your dick, bro. Give them the happy, like, thank you little nod of a. To be honest, I don't really know, because like I don't really ever deliver here, and if I do, it's always on the outskirts. See, that's the difference between southern states and fucking northeast or like western states. People in the South, no matter how big the city is, have respect for truck drivers. But you go out to New York or fucking Baltimore or Pennsylvania in general and shit, people don't give a fuck about you, man. So, like, you have to drive in such an aggressive way. Like, you take fucking lanes. Like, they're gonna slam on their brakes. They're hyper vigilant enough, but it took me like 15 minutes to figure that out. Oh, Cali's really bad with that shit. I always look at the houses in Cali and I'm like, when I quit my job, dude, Cali's really bad. Unless you're in Northern California, like on the border, like Weed and fucking Mount Shasta and places like that. But otherwise, it's a fucking shit show, dude. You know, and I feel bad because usually when I'm down there, I go eat at a restaurant or something. And if I'm in Napa Valley area, I go check in on the restaurant I was working at up there. And I always talk to Uber drivers to get the vibe of the area, and it's like sad, dude. You know, because everybody in California loves their state. You know, it's just like they're watching it get ripped. Ooh, Burbank's not too bad. From my knowledge, I haven't been there since I was a kid, though. I used to go to Palm Springs a lot when I was a kid. And it was pretty nice out there. I really want to go hiking in the desert at some point in the late fall this year. Me and my ex went everywhere but the desert because she was afraid of it for some reason. She's like, this place is evil. And I'm like, bitch, you're evil. And I still deal with you. So deal with what I want to do. Jesus Christ. You know. But I want to go to the Superstition Mountains because I've heard a lot of crazy shit about it. I don't know if you guys knew about that old like millionaire who like made that riddle book to find like $1 million, but if I ever become, I love Louisiana though, man. It's nice. It's too hot for me, but I always had like this fantasy of owning like a bayou house on the water, and but truth be told, actually the next girl I date, she has no say in where we move unless her job makes as much money as I do. You know what I mean? Like, I made the mistake of letting my ex, when I first got into truck driving, dictate where I'm gonna go, and you know, it's like, I mean, that's just me being a pussy though. I've become far more assertive with what I'm doing. I never showed up at a, never mind, I can't talk about that because I'm kind of hiding from the fact that I am one, but Mr. 556, how you doing, sir? The culture is great down in Louisiana, I agree. I like Mississippi culture too. It's kind of the same thing a little bit. But dude, I never go to New Orleans anymore, man. I got arrested in fucking not Bunkie. It's like right outside of Baton Rouge. There's like there's a Bass Pro Shop next to a truck stop right there. And I got really drunk at a sushi restaurant that had a bar, and I got almost in a fight with somebody because I was drunk, and then the police came and I was acting all crazy, so they ended up hospitalizing me, and then luckily they let me go. Yeah, I think it was Bunkie. I wanted to say that. I really did. But yeah, they like hospitalized me for the night, and they were trying to like Baker Act me and shit, and then I was like, because they thought I was on hard drugs, because sometimes when I'm drunk, especially if I'm manic at the time, I act almost delusional, like crazy. More delusional than fucking Joanna's Worth. I mean, used to, but there's a reason why I refuse to drink with women anymore. I don't want to embarrass myself or act unstable around them and make them worried for my sanity. Women who interact with me are already worried about my sanity. I don't need to make it worse by getting faded. I'll drink with my brother-in-law and my brothers as a whole, but bro, I don't want to go to jail down there, man. I'll tell you that much, dude. It does not sound appealing at all. Is it bad there, or is it kind of like, is it like a segregated type thing? Like you just jump up, hang out with your white friends, and then just chill? That's what happens in Florida. You know, you go to jail. I've watched many white dudes who think they're hood certified, go to jail and start hanging out with them, and then out of nowhere they get robbed, they're fucking extorted, and it's like, bro, we told you the reason why we're hanging out is not because we're racist, it's because we have no choice but to stick together. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you don't acknowledge this, but now you know, you know? Well, in that case, I'll work on it just for you. God damn it. All right, I'll start drinking again. I'm just kidding. It's in the, I mean, I can hang out with somebody getting fucked up, and I can have a few shots maybe, but I can't like make it into a pattern of behavior because, you know, I don't like what happens, man. It's just, and it doesn't happen all the time. It only happens like maybe once every 8 to 9 months, but it's that one time that gets me arrested or in fist fights, and like, it's just not worth it, man. Like, I have far too much to gain and far too much to lose for me to get arrested again. My work at the time. Bro, I feel you, bro. I definitely do. Like, I mean, I'll drink and, you know, I'll drink by myself for sure, but I just don't enjoy it anymore, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel like shit. I have a horrible headache. I had a few beers when I was down in my hometown, like last year, and Well, we were out at the beach just hanging out, so that probably played into it. But one beer and I was just sick, bro. I was sick as fuck. Good old West Florida, you know. Eastern European are not what they're cracked up to be. So, you might be, but not all of them. European women dress very nicely too. I like that about it. If they have a love for dresses, which is kind of falling out of fashion in America for some reason. But I'm definitely going to head over there. I want to go to Bosnia for some reason. I don't know why, but go hang out with war criminals and shit. Oh, that's cute. That's fucking cute. You're whatever you want to be. I'm sure you actually just live in Ohio in America and you're just fucking with everybody by saying you're Lithuanian. Yeah, summer dresses. Yeah, that's what they are. Like the floral ones, kind of. Yeah, those are cute, man. The one thing I have a little bit of, I'm kind of jealous of women because we don't have very much to wear compared to women. There's not as many options. And that's not like me calling for guys wearing dresses or anything like that, but it is saying we don't really have many options. Why do you want to go to Mongolia? Dude, I've been trying to go to Mongolia for like 4 years, dude. We could rent a car and drive there. Once my cryptocurrency comes in heavy, which it pretty much is right now, but not to where I've set my goal, I'm going around the world for like a year. So I'll definitely come slide into your country and come hang out with you for a week or two and then keep moving. Most definitely. Again, I've always thought Lithuania was like a radioactive country for some reason, but now just by talking to you, you're actually kind of normal, so it was good to find out finally. There's this movie called Dodgeball, and in it they have this lady named Mish, and she's from Lithuania, and she like had a unibrow and like a mole on her face, and that's kind of where my opinion came from. What do you mean, never mind? Oh, sorry, man. Well, I guess I won't be able to make it to Alabama tonight. Wrong about what, sundresses, or? I like all dresses. They look really good and they have a good form to them. Looks better than jeans on a woman for sure. I'm a very particular person. For some reason, I didn't see the message you're talking about. Let me see real quick. Yeah, sometimes the messages don't even come through on my end. What chick? Yayo Esquez, what's up, homie? I didn't see you there. I can't speak Spanish, man. I'm sorry. Oh, Valkyrie. All right. Her name is Lorraine, actually. She goes by Lorraine Petchoff. That's her name, and now it's her name forever. Ain't that right, Lorraine? Your name is Lorraine now. Bro, some of y'all have name in what is your Cyrillic? Is that the writing that you have, or is that what the alphabet is called, Cyrillic, or? All right, your name's Joanna again. Fine, fine. But how do you... I'm going to ask you in private one of these days to explain some words to me. And knowing you, you'll probably make me say ridiculous shit to make fun of me. So, yes, you are going to teach me your language. I'm going to force you at gunpoint if you say no. So, like, just be aware. Like, this isn't a negotiation. I've never had to use force on a woman, but God damn it, I will. Oh, am I not clean? Am I not pure enough for you to teach me your beautiful language? I'll teach you some Gaelic and Hebrew if you want. I learned how to read fucking Jew or Hebrew. I call it Jew. That Jew language. That was a good experience though. That's why I'm not really a huge fan of anti-Semitism, but I understand why, so it is what it is. Juice. Yes, sir. Orange juice, that's what he wanted to do. Bro, get out of my way, Prime. Your truck is stupid and you drive slow. Yeah, I'd want to go to Mongolia and Tibet. I also want to go to Alaska. I've never been before, and there's some land in this pass that I cannot pronounce. It's like 400 acres for $120,000. The one with Hitler saying, I meant the orange juice, not gas the Jews or some shit like that. People are already mass reporting this account, but I'm really, I read all the rules and shit and regulations and I'm following them 100%. Oh, yeah. Man, that was like when I was in high school, dude. Fuck. Well, good, because when I force you to marry me after your country is invaded by fucking, I guess, Serbs or something, I'm moving to Alaska and you can live. I guess you can live. Oh, you're 39? Damn, man. I'm 29. Then we have a Zoomer in here, which is... She's 16. I'm just kidding. But that's kind of like an opened, that's kind of like an inside joke at this point. But yeah, Alaska's a great state. If everything works out, I'll probably... Shut up! You can't be telling people this. You're making me look bad. Just to clarify, she's not 15, she's 14. She's lying to you. Shit. Man. You know, when I was younger, we used to get on coolbuddy.com. Yeah, good luck unless you marry a billionaire, because New Zealand is like almost impossible to move to these days. You know, and by the time I make my money, you know, bro, please do that. No, not this account. No, don't. I thought you were talking about your other account that's being used for the thing. You should put minor, and Hello Kitty is my... Well, Hello Kitty's a fucking millennial thing, actually, now that I think about it. This traffic is fucking killing me inside. Yeah, do it, please. It'd be funny. Nah, dude, because then you're going to cause problems for me when people see us talking on here. Don't do that to me. You're 20 years old. You're not 15. Now you make me want to ask for your ID that I can't even read. Fucking, I gotta invite you to the Telegram chat. You'll think it's really retarded and autistic, though, but, you know, send €6. Why? What is with you guys and fucking such cheap prices for anything, man? When I ask a girl to send me feet pics in America, she says it's $100. But in Lithuania, it's €6. I don't think you're gonna do it because you already know that people are looking for any reason to fuck me right now. But if you want to do that, go ahead. It'll be kind of funny for other people as well. But are you fucking kidding me? That's crazy. How much is a euro worth in American? Or, I mean, yeah, in USD. I don't believe you €6 buy groceries for... That sounds insane. That sounds ridiculous. If you can buy... I need to move to your country if groceries cost... I was about to say, man, you're crazy. I was about to say I'm going to move to your country, like, today. I don't know your regulations on stocks, but... I mean, I don't eat, so... Just kidding. You're gonna. I want to stop you right there because I know, like, of course you eat. You have a double chin, and then I'll be mad and I'll cry some more. Yeah, she's just trolling, dude. It's kind of like an inside joke outside of this chat, though, when she says shit like that. So, I won't get into her business, but she, one day she told me she was doing something for money when it comes to, like, tricking people into believing that she's underage. And then I said something along the lines that, well, are you underage? And she's like, yep, I'm 15. And for the longest time, it's just been a joke, you know. Fucking good hustle, though. I still have to pat her on the back for the Lord's work that she has done over the years. I want to start a call center for Indian telemarketers trying to rip off people. But instead of doing it to old people, I just want to, like, mass call. It's not worse than it is. You did the Lord's work. You're profiting off of pedophiles. Like, that's perfect. It's not bad. That's, like, legit fucking work. I still really want to start that mass email campaign where I threaten people about releasing their pedophilic videos on their computer. You know, that won't work on most people, but the 1% that it does work, you can get a lot of crypto off them. Just send emails randomly to guys and threaten them with, like, oh, I know what you have on your computer. We have hacked it. Da 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 da. If you don't send me X, Y, and Z in the next 48 hours, I'm releasing this information to your friends, your family, and the authorities. Because that won't... We should. We definitely should. It's kind of scumbaggy, but I mean, I don't have a problem ripping off pedophiles or anybody like that, so. Dude, definitely. Well, I don't know if that's legal or not, but I feel like it's a white hat kind of deal. But yeah, we can start an entire enterprise just doing that shit. Absolutely. Anybody who cheats on their spouse on a website like that is probably fucking children. Or at least like 2 or 3% of them at least. I had this bandmate when I was younger, and I always felt like he was gonna, like, be a pedophile, and then he got arrested. He got caught in a sting operation. It was kind of funny. I literally called all my bandmates, and I was like, I fucking told you, dude. Never question my fucking feelings, ever. This dude was really into blood on the dance floor, which is already really, 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 really cringe. Any grown adult that's into like emo, like super like techno emo type shit is probably a fucking statutory rapist at best. At best. You know. I really don't want to hurt anybody who doesn't deserve it though. But you know what? Wait, do you know what that band is? Please don't tell me you were a fan of Blood on the Dance Floor when you were really young. Please don't tell me that. That's going to say a lot about your mental, your stability of the mind. Dude, Blood on the Dance Floor is like really bad. Oh no, that's hilarious. Oh no, that's funny. Blood on the Dance Floor is literally like... I have a friend who's hung out with Davey Vanity or some shit. The guy who got caught doing all that shit. She's actually a musician herself, and I wouldn't think you were because you were never like some emo kid from, you know, the pictures you sent me from with you and your brother and all that shit. There's a specific look to women who like to listen to Blood on the Dance Floor. Aw shit, here comes 12 again. I wouldn't think that though, I was just kidding. I gotta start sending you music because that's like a way of me showing that I'm better than you. There are some pretty bad bands though with that shit. It fucking blows my mind that that dude hasn't been arrested yet either. Like, you know, it is fair to assume that some girls are fucking lying just because of money and shit like that. That happens often. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty cringe, to be honest. You can learn a lot about somebody by the music that they listen to. And certain bands and certain styles of music, I always... Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't understand. He's friends with that Jeffree Star guy, I guess. It's crazy how you can just become a homosexual and then fucking scapegoat all responsibility from what you did when you were straight. That's what I heard he's done. I'm not sure if that's true, though. That might just be right-wing propaganda, but I don't really hear a lot of right-wingers talking about David Vanity or Davi Vanity or whatever the fuck his name is. His name is Luis Gomez or Louis something. I don't remember, but... You got me bewitched because I'm under your spell. Ah. Absolutely it is. I only know that song because I've watched many documentaries on Blood on the Dance Floor just to get more knowledge on it. You're attractive, little witch. You're beautiful. I'll have to look into that, but I'm sure you know a lot more about this than I do. Because that's just in you to, like, follow train wrecks, isn't it? That's why you follow me, because you're waiting till the day I have a complete train wreck of a fucking situation. Oh, yeah, whatever. I literally have, like, insurmountable amount of time right now. Like, I literally listen to things that if I wasn't a truck driver, it would have never happened in the first place. You are a woman, and that means you like drama by nature, and that's okay. I like drama too because I was raised by all women. Nothing is more enjoyable than watching people try to rip each other's throats out. I think we all feel the same way on that one, everybody in this world. But, you know, when it comes to Blood on the Dance Floor, they totally revolutionized the music that should have never existed in the first place. Wait, you're a woman? I thought you were trans because you told me that. I accused a woman of being trans a couple months ago, actually. Because, like, she sent me a video and a message, and her voice sounded really, like, off. And, like, for, like, an hour, I was like, am I talking to a trans woman? Fuck, dude. And then I asked her, I was like, I have a question for you, and if it is true, then you'll know what I'm going to ask you, because it probably happens a lot. And, she didn't know what I was talking about. Like, your voice kind of cracked there. Are you trans? And she wasn't really offended by it, actually, but she didn't look like a man. It was just the voice, man. It blew my mind. Yeah, that was the girl with the sticker fiasco, actually. I don't know why she sent me those pictures. If I was a scumbag, I would just send it to the federal government, honestly. But I don't care enough to do, I don't even want to do that. It's not that I don't care, it's just, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Apparently in the area that she's into, it's kind of illegal to do that, so. I don't understand why we were going so slow, man. That's when I've decided to never talk to women who hold dissident right politics. Because they're fucking just way too invested in it. And before you say, well, don't you know I'm like that too? Stop lying. Then again, you did say you're not going to race mix outside of Lithuanian, so maybe you say that today. You're 6 foot tall too. That's so. Are most women in your country like super tall? Well, actually, that's because I'm in your country right now and I'm coming to save you. So. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I refuse to date anybody unless it's very, very special who isn't Hispanic or Irish. But if, you know, somebody gives me a reason to, I definitely would. Like, let's say hypothetically, you turn out to be the most amazing person in the world, then I would go against my better interest, my racial interest. It's not even out of hatred for any other person. It's just like, I want to further my heritage through genetics as much as I can. I want my kid to have my curly hair and my brown eyes and all that. What color are your eyes, by the way? Are they blue? No, you have brown eyes. Never mind. Dude, what is up, my guy? How are you still responding to that? But I'm confused here. Senor Uncle A, it is always a pleasure to see you. By the way, I'm kind of a pariah right now, fucking Coop, because the left is really trying to come after me right now, so I'd be careful on messaging or posting anything unless you're willing to become... Yeah, I did. I just can't see it yet. I can't open it yet. But yeah, I'd be very careful on my posts for a while. I mean, then again, you take the same risk that I do, so I think we both have accepted that what we do, whether it's from the constitutional nationalist side or the more spicy side. Yeah, I don't understand why, man. I really don't think I'm like that extreme, to be honest. I think it's because I make good response videos that really piss them off. Because there's nothing they can say to me. You know, they come in all smart-assy and then I fucking murk them intellectually. And instead of being like, oh, okay, maybe he's right. More often than not, they get all fucking butthurt and then they're like, I'm gonna fuck your life up. Good luck, dude. All they're gonna do if they try to fuck my life up is get laughed at and hung up on. Like, you know, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I could lose my job for doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm, dude. Oh, so, a coup. So, people were coming after me. Yeah, most likely. Especially the ones who have no interest in becoming American. I think that's the major fucking dysfunction with Europe. They're inviting people in who have no intention of actually doing anything of value, so. But what can you do? I'm just glad Biden in his glory hasn't allowed them in our country quite yet. I think what's going to happen if we have the same issues that Europe had, all it's going to do is fucking push people further right. And, you know, the moment that some refugees start raping women in our country, there will be posses in the street ready to go. There will be no bullshit around it. And I think our government realizes that when it comes to, you know, Muslim immigrants. I think that's fair, though, should they not come here for money? I mean, it all depends on what you mean like that. Because not everybody's coming here for money and not having any intention of being a part of our country. It all depends on the person or the group of people when it comes down to the statistics of what they offer our state. And, you know, personally, I would rather just keep it close to the chest at this point. Mainly because we have enough issues in this country as is. And we don't need people, we don't need to act as if everything's good here. Therefore, we can have like this moral grand. Well, isn't it fair to come here? Well, we entice the good people in their countries to come here when it comes to our actual legal immigration system. So they're not willing to make their country better, but they're willing to come to our country and use our system to their benefit and then send money back to their family in their Indian country or Bangladeshi country or Pakistani country. I mean, and truth be told, no, I completely agree with that wholeheartedly. But unfortunately, I don't think people, it's not that people don't care enough, it's that people don't actually want to suffer for that, you know? In order to change our country, we're going to have to suffer for a decade or so. But at what cost? I mean, nobody wants to give up their internet access or their ability to drive on semi-safe streets. And, you know, that's the problem. People care, but they don't care enough. That's how the government fucks us, man. No, I agree with you. I can't do anything about it. And, you know, the only way we can do anything about it is indirectly by encouraging good culture and tradition. You know, getting on Omegle and screaming at minors, you know, not you, but just other people who are kind of in the sphere of the far right is not changing anything. You know, we have to be subversive with how we do things or how you guys do something. And even people like me have to be subversive with what we believe because, you know, the left has essentially rewritten the words that categorize people. The first step was far right. Far right doesn't even mean anything at this point, you know what I mean? It just means that you're, you know, my personal opinion from years of being considered far right now is that far right applies to anybody who's willing to do something more than just virtue signal. If you're willing to stand up to the left, you are far right. If you are willing to protest with the possibility of losing something, you are far right. You know, a conservative can be considered far right just by actually protesting, you know. So they've already changed the definition of these words to such an extent that it's meaningless at this point. You know, it's kind of a hard time to be alive, dude. The only reason why I feel the way that I do is because I still have hope that things can be saved. Because I'm sure you remember a time when things weren't as retarded as it is now. But trust me, if things get to an extent where I can't play this white-pilled game on existence, I will definitely be alongside. But I'm not 100% convinced I have to become fully extremist at this point. But maybe I'm wrong, and I'll pay for that, but I'm not convinced quite yet it's necessary. Maybe it's just where I grew up as a I mean, truth be told, because I'm Hispanic a little bit, I kind of have a bias to the idea of Spanish people taking over. Especially when you consider the majority of upper middle class influenced or influencing Hispanics are super based. You know, when you think about it, you know, the Hispanics becoming a majority might actually save this country. And to think about this.